Hey, what's happening, YouTube? How's it going, everybody? Well, it is springtime. Springtime, and it's time to open up the fish cave and show you what I've been doing all winter long. So, the build portion is about 90% done, and I was able to have some fun over the winter. Making great use of this small, tiny space. And I guess we'll start over here with the tour on this rack, and we'll go down to the bottom. This down here, this is my worm keeper. I keep a black worm there. Wife would freak out if I put him in the refrigerator, so I searched online and found out how to build a recirculating keeper. It's worked pretty well. Nothing in it right now, nothing to show. First is a 10-gallon tank where I'm growing out my McMasterai. These McMasterai are about 10 weeks old, just starting to color up. There's about 17 left in there after I turned in for my breeder award points with my local club, and I sold 6 of them. Next up, meet Derp. Derp is a fire red Agassiz. He's always had a swim bladder issue. The female was pretty good. Now she's bottom sitting, so they both have some sort of bacterial infection in their swim bladder. And I've been trying to treat it, but without any luck. And above them, I have my Hongsley Rostrick. Nice male, but he's being camera shy right now. Females in there, they've spawned twice for me, and we'll get to their babies. She just spawned again, but she aborted for some reason. I think it's because I was cleaning the tank, and she didn't spawn in the cave. She spawned behind the sponge filter. So when I was moving things around to clean the tank, I discovered the eggs, and that's why I think she aborted them. Next 10-gallon tank over, these are my Viejita Gold. It's an engineered fish out of Czechoslovakia, but a beautiful epistogramma. It's a reverse trio, so those are the 2 males. That's the dominant male, sub-dom male right there. And then there's a big fat female in here somewhere. I've been trying to get these guys to breed. She's back there. Without any luck. And above that, I have a 20-gallon high. Essentially, this tank is God's waiting room. These are all just random fish that Glow Light Tetra that survived from his last survivor of the school, Neon Tetra, the last survivor of his school, then an angelfish that was for my son. He doesn't want to keep them anymore, and then a last ram. What I'm doing in this tank, essentially, with that, besides it being God's waiting room, waiting for these fish to just naturally die off, is I redid the lighting spectrum on my ribbon lights, and I'm just trying to grow some crypts in there, see if these lights are strong enough to grow plants. And then a spare 10-gallon that'll be full pretty soon. Okay, so now on the back wall we have my power adapter. This converts AC power into DC, runs all my ribbon lighting. Each light has an individual switch, and that way I just have one AC plug going to the wall, and then I can neatly tuck away all the lighting wiring. Then I got my thermometer, make sure the temperature in here is fairly normal, particularly over the winter I use that. And then I don't know, any breeder can't go without one of these or something like this. I use this so much to view my fry and to like just see. My eyes are getting so bad in my old age. So down below, that's an empty tank. It's a 20-gallon long. We're waiting for something to put in there. I don't think it'll be long for that. I'm growing out some angels that I hatched on a lark. Pretty much in my office, I had a fish tank on my desk, and I had a silver angel and a marble angel breed, and I just plucked a leaf and see if I could hatch it. Got my first breeder award points for this. Most of these angels should be culled because of their shape. They're not fully developed, but there are a few in there that are really nice. And I just keep growing them out because I can't get myself to cull a fish. And then the top rack is two 5-gallon tanks. I use these to grow out some of the smaller fry. These guys are 9-week-old Hong Sloy. It's the original color form. Then I also have a bunch, about 28 Hong Sloy Rostrick fry growing out in this tank. So I've been using the 5s to grow out pretty much. Then up above, I just have a 5-gallon for storage when I need, and then my live food contraption. Basically, I'm hatching baby brine shrimp here, and even though I'm only using a 1/4 of a teaspoon, a minuscule amount to hatch just to feed my fry, I'm still was left with tons of hatched brine shrimp that I wasn't using. So on a whim, I just kind of set up a system where I'm feeding spirulina to the brine shrimp with a little bit of air, just to see if I can get them to grow out. And I got some 3-week-olds up there. Let's see if I can get in on them. Oh yeah, you can see them all. I actually fed to my fish. Let's see if this, there we go, that's a better shot. I actually fed a bunch to my fish, especially the Viejita Golds, just to see if I can get them to spawn. But that's working out well. I got a lot in this one. This one is, I started 2 weeks after, kind of experimenting with water level. See if a lower water level or a higher water level is what's needed. But it's pretty cool. It's really easy to take care of. It's no more, you know, I haven't changed the water in this at all. And, you know, just add spirulina every day to it, just a fingertip full. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's going great. And then I got my fish food storage on top of my water reservoir that holds all my do-it-yourself water, or do-it-yourself RODI water, which pumps up and then fills my tanks for me. If you haven't seen any of the earlier videos, all my tanks are plumbed with a control valve to open up and just let them drain. However, I've been using my vacuum, so I vacuum more than I use those. So on to my last rack. Here is a shot of my male Hong Sloy. He's the color form 1. There's a female in there. They did breed and have bred. They just haven't been breeding lately. Hopefully now that it's spring, they will start breeding again. This is a 20-gallon long, by the way, which I have divided with some do-it-yourself dividers. In the other side, I have a Koi Angel male female, never bred. I am almost guessing that they're probably both female. This one on the left, she laid eggs like her first week here, and then they were gone, and I haven't seen anything since. Had these fish about 4 months now. Gonna rehome them. Probably gonna just donate them and see if the club can make some money off of them. Then below I have another 20-gallon long. On this side I have the marble and silver angel fish pair. They breed consistently, regularly every 2 weeks, and actually raise the fry. They raise the eggs, they don't eat the eggs, and there'll be all sorts of fry swimming around on this side, and I don't do anything about it because actually I'm not set up to take care of angelfish, and I just let the fry die out. Put my male McMaster eye on this side because he would be the second one that my female right here on this side has killed. She gets super aggressive when she's guarding her eggs, and she's already killed the original male. I bought a second male. He's actually quite much smaller than her too, so I'm going to fatten him up on this side. And then a bunch of random angels. I don't know, I let my kid get all these angels at the last swap meet. And now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Because like I said, I'm not set up for angelfish. And then the bottom row is a 20-gallon long. Holds a bunch of Hongsley Rostrich that are about a year old. 2 females, 5 males, or 2 females and 3 males. They don't come out much. They do like to hide, so we probably won't get a shot of them. And as you can see, this row, if you look at the lighting, is done with, this is where my experiment with my ribbon lighting came. This is definitely a much warmer hue, a lot more ambers and reds in this lighting spectrum, as opposed to this side, which I changed to more daylight whites. I actually have a blue and just a little hint of red just to have some color. So I'm trying to decide which one I like better. I like, for viewing better, this lighting. But as far as the fish living, and this lighting is probably much better for them, or they probably appreciate it more. I don't know, we'll see. I think that this color spectrum was giving me all sorts of algae problems, so that's kind of what's going on with the experiment as well. Which one is going to be least amount of algae? So that's it. We got some great things going on here in the fish room. Hope you liked it. Any suggestions, let me know. Comment, rate, subscribe. We'll catch you all next time.